Welcome, race fans, to Pocono, Pennsylvania, here with the MaxSpeed Racing League tonight in the trucks. Going to be turning 85 laps here. Going to be some excitement. Going to be a lot of fun. 3 different distinct turns in this track, the tricky triangle they call it. So ready to watch these guys turn some laps. I got to introduce my good old buddy Ed Hewitt into the booth with me. Ed, are you there?
How you doing, Rudy?
Doing pretty good. You ready to watch these guys turn some laps here tonight?
Sure am.
Gonna be exciting, I can tell you that.
We're at Pocono's Raceway.
Well, they're going to be doing some new and interesting stuff here tonight, so we're going to try to follow along with them here. They actually have a pace truck all painted up. Not sure if I can find it here. Let me see if I can find it, and we'll wait. We'll wait till we get down there. Pace truck all painted up that Kerry is going to lead them around the track with, and to take their first qualifying lap. So this is it'll be interesting to watch. About 17 and a half minutes till qualifying starts. I think it's 2.5 miles around this track, something like that. Let's check out the info here. Yeah, 2.5 miles, 3 different turns in this track. A long front stretch, 75 mile an hour pace speed, and a 60 mile an hour pit road speed. I believe they do have 1 reset tonight, Ed. They usually get 1 reset, so.
Oh, that'd be awesome for these drivers.
Yeah, and it's always nice, to have 1 reset out there in case somebody does make that mistake and you get caught up into it. You can always go back in the pits and reset your car and get back out there.
Oh, definitely. Looks like Mark Robertson's sitting on the pit road there.
Mark Robertson?
It looks like his truck, Rudy. I see his truck.
Yeah, he's in there. Yep. Our Canadian buddy there.
Yeah. I thought it was him. I was following somebody else here, and we're going down by pit road, and that looks like Mark Robertson's truck. And it sure was. Poor buddy.
Well, no surprise there, Ed. Kyle Meeks and Nathan Miller at the top of the leaderboard right now in practice.
Nice.
Those two are at it each and every week. Nick Taylor right up there in fourth place. He's been noted to sneak in there and get a win here just a few weeks ago. He got a win. So up there in fourth. Graham Hood, he's been doing quite well here. Since he'd been back, he's been actually really doing well. Tyler Stanley, another good one.
I'm going to go out and test this track.
Roger that. I'll see if I can find you here.
I gotta get it out of reverse.
Yeah, that usually helps.
It's going backwards instead of frontwards.
There you go, the Dunkin' Donut machine on the track. Everybody clear out. Look out, here comes Ed.
Oh boy.
You know, it's too bad that, you know, a track like this didn't have more banking in the turns and stuff, because, man, it would be an awesome track, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. That'd be awesome.
Man, some really good banking, like Daytona banking in the turns. Oh
Man, this would be flying then.
Oh yeah, it'd be awesome. Yeah, there's a wall there, Ed.
Yeah, I gotta slow up there.
That middle groove where the darker pavement is right there in turn 3,
Yep.
that's where it's got the good bite.
Okay.
Just FYI there. This track seems to be glitching just a little bit tonight too. I noticed there's a checkerboard every once in a while. It turns up in turn 3. It's like a green and black checkerboard, like a strip that goes across real quick. It's like a split second. So there must be some little glitch in the server here tonight. Little slick out there.
Oh, big time, Rudy. Really slippery. Muha, his paint scheme ain't working, he said on the stream.
Dunkin' Donut.
No, Michael, is it Michael's? Muha? Mitchell's, I mean.
Well, I've updated it. I don't know. I'll update it again. Mitchell Muma.
Yeah, I think so. That's what
Well,
on the screen.
if he's sitting on pit road, none of them will. He's got to get out on the track. They don't work on pit road. Mitchell Muma.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, nobody's paint scheme picks up on pit road.
I thought it'd be on the track, but I'm not sure. My one friend told me it wasn't showing a new one.
Well, I got a black truck and it says "Go Nuts" across the back.
The truck's all white for some reason.
It's a black.
Rudy, I was having the same problem. I had to actually exit out of the server and get back in, and all the paint jobs were in when I came back in.
All R, refresh trading paint. And try TeamSpeak now, Rudy, if you can get in. Yeah, I left. Hopefully that would make room.
Mitchell, I'm showing a black truck and it says "Go Nuts" across the back.
Bro, dude.
Bro. Yeah, it should be a black and green one.
Yeah, I have that.
All right, thanks, Rudy.
And I changed mine too, Rudy. You should be seeing an O'Reilly's truck.
All right, let me find you and I'll check it out.
Careful.
Yes, sir. That's what I see in O'Reilly's.
Okay, 10-4. Yeah, try, I heard you were having trouble getting into TeamSpeak. Try it now. I think we got it cleared out, a couple of people.
Oh, I was in it already. But I don't broadcast from there because you guys are kind of limited slots. So I just, Ed and I are over in his TeamSpeak.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry about that.
All right.
If you need one next week, you guys can do it empty or limited people on it.
All right. Good luck to everybody tonight. New paint schemes out there tonight, Ed. Everybody wanting to make sure that I got their paint scheme, so.
10-4, Woody, on that. I'm just trying to update my trading page, but I guess it's not working on my side, right? I mean, I closed it out and then restarted again, so we'll see what happens now.
Yeah, and then I had to hit, even after it restarted, I hit Control R again, and then it seemed to work, so. But that usually works. If you shut it down and restart it, yeah, it usually works. What I do is when it restarts, it opens up, and I watch at the bottom. It'll say searching for whatever paints or something, and you'll see it scroll through and it'll say 10, 15, 20, 30%, and it'll go right up, and when it's all done, then I click apply and OK.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
Then that way I know it's got everybody's paint. Well, coming down to 5 minutes till qualifying, and we're going to watch Kerry's going to lead them all around for the very first qualifying lap, and in a pace truck that's specifically painted up just for this. So actually I wanted to get that kind of set up here a little bit.
Now Kerry, he's running the what's that? Xfinity?
It's got a bunch of different. It's got MaxSpeed, Xfinity, MaxSpeedTV. It's just a pace truck is all it is.
Not that far away. It's blue and white, right?
Mainly white, I think. But is he on the track?
Oh, he's in pit road. It looks like blue and white to me.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can see him, but let me see. Yeah, I got him. Yeah, it's blue and white.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, MSR on it, and MaxSpeed Racing official pace truck. Pace truck. He says it's got MaxSpeedTV on it. Yep. Got it on the rear spoiler. Xfinity.
That looks good.
Yeah. I think he said, I'm probably wrong. I think he said Gary Lowe painted that. He did a great job on it. I really like Ed Bellinger's truck at WD-40. That is so cool.
Oh yeah, the WD-40 truck, yeah.
All right, 2.5 minutes till qualifying starts here, folks. And we're going to wait and play the national anthem here just before the race starts. So they do have a 15-minute open qualifying session. So about the last 2 minutes of the qualifying, we'll go ahead and play our national anthem just before they do take the grid.
Time for Rudy.
'Well, hopefully these guys can get a handle on these slick trucks out here tonight, boy. I don't know. 30 seconds left. Well, Ed, I don't see you there in the top 22.
I got off the track. I embarrassed myself.
It's a lot tougher than it looks, huh?
Well, you know what it is? A lot of braking here. You gotta use a lot of braking because these, these turns are flat. I mean, there's no banking here.
I know it. Okay, we're ready to finish up practice here. They've been practicing for 3 hours, so they ought to have it right. Don't you think?
I hope so. If not, we're in big trouble, Rudy.
Okay, well, I'm going to get up here to Kerry as he is going to be leading him off a pit road. I believe that's what the plan is. I'm trying to find him right now. There he is. As he's leading him off pit road here. And this will be the start of the very first lap. As he brings them all around, he will peel off of the off of the track and everybody will start qualifying. So I like the idea. Very cool. Man, awesome job by this. This is really awesome.
It sure is.
Yes, sir. I like it. I don't know whose idea that was, but that was a pretty cool idea.
I think that's awesome, Rudy.
Yeah. They come around here to take their very first lap here for the qualifying. I don't even want to put that up yet. It's just cool to see the trucks going around here like that. Kerry won't be racing tonight. He's just going to drive the pace truck. He'll be officiating the race here. But they come out of the tunnel turn and down straight number 2 here, the short chute, and getting ready to go in turn 3. And this is just to start qualifying, folks. This is not the race. This is only qualifying. Means they do have a 15-minute window here for qualifying. This is something new that they wanted to try, and I think it's a pretty good idea. Something different. You got to change it up to keep it from being the same old hat every week, you know, Ed.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, he peels off, and this is going to let everybody else qualify. We got a few non-takers wanting to come down pit road, but Kerry taking them down onto pit road, and this is going to let everybody take off here. And this is where the qualifying begins, folks.
We'll hook up with a partner and draft with them. Get some top speeds here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you know, drafting is pretty important.
It sure is.
Oh, we got a couple spinners. These guys driving the heck out of it out here. Waiting for the first time to lay down. Should be the first time this time by. Should be their very first times. Should see a whole bunch of times come in now.
Oh, you should.
There we go. All right, again, folks, when we get down to about 2 minutes to the end of qualifying, we'll go ahead and silence the trucks here and play our national anthem and get that out of the way.
Nate Miller on the leaderboard there.
Yes, sir.
Tyler Stanley on the second place. Nick Taylor in third.
Mark Nichols coming in fourth. Whoa, look at that. The 57.808.
Things can change, though.
Yeah, there he goes down the hill. Kyle Meeks comes in with a 331. Still hasn't beaten Nathan Miller's lap time yet. But that's why they have 15 minutes of qualifying, Ed.
Oh, they sure do. It's all by himself. He hasn't anybody to draft with.
spinner there in turn 3. Again, if they touch the wall, folks, that lap does not count. So,
It sure does.
touch the wall or touch another driver. God, I had fish for dinner. Man, I got a heartburn off of that.
Uh-oh.
Kind of spicy.
Still on the board. Wow.
Yeah, Meeks with a 185 beating Miller's 203.
That's nobody drafting with it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Well, draft would be important, like coming down the front stretch, but I wouldn't want anybody on my tail going into the turns because it will make you loose.
Big time, man. Pulling that air off the back of that spoiler, you'd be in the wall for sure.
Let's go back through the list here and see. We got Perlin, Martin, Timbrel, Hubble, Serrato, Bellinger, Cianci, and Ed Bellinger back here. We've still got a lot of guys that have not turned a qualifying lap just yet, Ed.
Wow.
I gotta make sure. I'll be right back, Ed.
10-4.
Okay, buddy, I'm back. I thought something was wrong. I forgot to take my medicine.
Why don't do that?
No, it's only about 4 hours late.
Put that out.
Alright, 6 minutes left in qualifying. Get down to 2, we're going to play the national anthem.
I'll be right back.
Well, you can see going into a lot of the turns just how rough some of these turns are. Just some of the stuff that the drivers have to endure out here on some of these tracks is, is pretty real, really like true to life real. Okay, Ed, we're going to play the national anthem here to get things rolling.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, Ed, we are back.
All 10-4.
And qualifying is now coming to an end. Kyle Meeks brings home the pole position for tonight's race, so congrats to him.
Congratulations, Kyle.
Wait for everybody to get on the grid here. The servers have been taking longer from the time it says finish to the time that they actually do take the grid has been, wow, 15-20 seconds before it finally kicks in. I don't know what's been going on with that lately, but
There we go.
yeah, about time, huh?
Well, I was wondering what was going on there. I thought we were stalling.
Yeah, it just takes forever. Okay, let's get down here and see where everybody did qualify. Kyle Meeks on the pole with a 57.063, smoking Nathan Miller by almost 2/10, tenth and a half. Nathan Miller started on the outside in the number 2, and third, Richard Gonzalez in the number 23. In fourth, the 07 of Nick Taylor. In fifth, the 02 of Tyler Stanley. In sixth, number 12 of Dustin Kinnaman. In seventh, the 84 of Graham Hood. In eighth, the 31 of John Dunn. In ninth, the 3 of Brock Hubble. Mitchell Muma in the 00 starting 10th. Mark Nichols in the 48 starting 11th. Tom Serrato in the 41 starting 12th. Ronald Finney in the 75 starting 13th. Derek Stanley in the 000 starting 14th. Mike Perlin in the 32 starting 15th. Jeff Martin in the 14 starting 16th. Brian Timbrell in the 13 starting 17th. Ed Bellinger in the number 60 starting 18th. That's the WD-40 machine there, Ed.
It is nice looks truck.
I know it. I like it. Terry Bellinger in the 29, starting 19th. Anthony Cianci in the 46, starting 20th. Mark Robertson starting in the 22nd position in the number 21. Lee Sandville in the 22, starting 23rd. Brian Brewer in the number 66, starting 25th. Timothy Kelleher in the number 4, starting 26th. Brian Pager in this number 7, starting 27th. Gary Lowe in the number 8. I think he's officiating. 81 of Teddy Wisniewski. Looks like he may be starting shotgun on the field here in the 29th position. Is that 29? Yeah, 29. All right, so back up to our leaders. They're getting ready to roll off the grid, and there they go. Long way down this front stretch, Ed, and a long ways around this track.
2.5 miles.
Like about 26 or 27 drivers on the track tonight in the truck, so should prove to be interesting.
I guess my trading paint's gonna act a little goofy tonight.
Yeah, they do that from time to time. I don't know what's up with that, but
I had to reset it again. I mean, went back to the original car, and I said, "What is going on?" So. Okay, Kyle Meeks, Nathan Miller. I'm gonna lead him down here. Following our pace car.
and I got Nathan Miller gold paint scheme. I'll have to refresh. Trading Paints is acting weird. It's just acting really weird. I had to reset it again. So it's not just you, Ed.
Okay.
Trading Paints. I mean, if it doesn't work, I can't help that. You'll have to get old iRacing. I can't do anything about it.
Boy, I wish you left that alone.
Yep, it worked better before iRacing got a hold of it.
Yep. Okay, we got the pace car ducking in. We got a green flag. Go, guys. Let's go racing.
Kyle Meeks already takes out to a little bit of a lead right there over Nathan Miller. Nick Taylor in third. And Brock Hubble right behind him in fourth. Wow. That restart, man, Brock Hubble started ninth, Ed, and he's already up to fourth.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a heck of a start right there. I don't know what happened, but Dustin Kinnaman in sixth. Tyler Stanley, fifth. Tyler Stanley in sixth. They come around here to complete lap number one. Kyle Meeks leads the first lap. Nathan Miller in tow.
Well, Nick Taylor's driving up the field in third place.
Brock Hubble fourth. All right, let's go back in the field a little bit further here. It looks like some of the guys are really starting to fall back quite a ways. Ronald Finney, not sure exactly what happened to Ronald Finney, but he is way back here, almost 18 seconds behind him.
Nathan Miller going to go after the lead. Can he get at this next turn? Let's see what happens, folks. Oh, he slides it down. He might take it.
Yeah, he pushes Kyle out to the outside. And now Nick Taylor gets in there. Kyle Meeks a little loose coming out of the turn, and Nathan Miller going to lead this lap. Nice. And Nick Taylor joining the battle here in the front. And these guys have pulled away by about a half a second over Brock Hubble. But Mitchell Muma back here in ninth.
I don't know what Kyle Meek was doing there. He's pushing Nathan Miller down there, and I'll come up out that turn, boy, and got him loose a little bit.
Looks like he backed out of it just a touch right there, let Nathan get out ahead of him a little bit. But well, Kyle Meeks gets a pretty good run here in turn 3, coming out of the turn, and kind of closes that gap a little bit between him and Nathan. That's the draft working good for him. Mike Perlin in 11th after starting 15th. Tom Serrato right behind him in 12th. Derek Stanley looking to the inside of John Dunn, and they get together and go out across the grass. Just as we got the camera on them two get together, and no caution. They come back up onto the track, but they're going to be well off of the pace. Derek way back here in 23rd. John Dunn going to be 25th. Derek, I think, is trying to get that thing around maybe to pit road. I'm not sure. He seems to be almost back up to speed, but not quite. Ronald Finney going to go by him and put Derek back to 24th. Teddy Wisniewski, I believe, is out of the race. Maybe, I don't know. I guess he's blinking so bad, I can't tell where he's at. Nathan Miller still in the lead, and he's got Kyle Meeks all over him. Kyle back to the inside of him. Kyle going back for the lead, coming out of the tunnel turn, down the short chute. Let's see, going into turn 3, them two still side by side. Actually, Nathan's got the line. Kyle trying to push him out of that groove, but not. Yeah, but that wasn't enough.
No, it sure wasn't. Nathan comes up on that high side, goes right by him.
And Nick
Taylor with him.
Yep, Nick Taylor right in the draft where Kyle had to kind of lift a little bit there. And Kyle goes back to 3rd. Yes, sir. Right there, it looks like Terry Bellinger. Alright, let's go back and see what happened to Terry here. I see some 3 wide coming about here, so. Oh, right there. Right there, boy, somebody checked up on the, clear on the outside there. They were 3 wide going down the stretch here, Ed. Graham Hood, Terry Bellinger, and Jeff Martin. And it looked like Jeff, I'm not sure exactly what happened here. It looks like, oh, right there, Graham Hood kind of got into the side of Jeff Martin just a little. We'll go back here and watch.
Looks like Jeff Martin came down. They were going 3 wide, but Jeff Martin come right down and past his line there. I don't know if they got stuck together or what was going on there, Rudy.
Well, I'm kind of watching here. It looked like Graham Hood kind of made a right turn.
Yeah.
And gets into Jeff Martin, and that puts 3 of them, but they continue on. Terry Bellinger goes for a heck of a ride right there.
He sure does. Holding his line and nowhere else to go. Looks like he tried to save it, just scrapes the inside wall, and from there it just got loose on him. Yep,
and no saving it, so. Caution, first caution of the day out on lap 6, folks. Terry back out now. Nathan Miller still in the lead. We'll get down there in a little bit, Ed, and try to get a word in with somebody, but I usually try to give them a few laps so they can actually tell us what their truck is doing. It's hard to tell on 6 laps, you know. So,
Definitely.
yeah, we'll try to get down there in a little bit. I'm kind of curious to see if anybody's going to take the pit road. None of the leaders want to give up that track position. So everybody up in the front staying out. Looks like Brian Timbrell, we may have a couple of them taking the pit road. Yeah, pretty much the back part of the field here taking the pit road. Yep, quite a few of them back here. But the leaders all staying out. Looks like about the top 16 did not pit it. All the way back to Ronald Finney in 16th place did not pit. Everybody from there on back did. Brian Timbrell, Anthony Cianci, Jeff Martin, Brian Brewer, Richard Gonzalez, Derek Stanley, Lee Sandville, Terry Bellinger, John Dunn. These guys all pitted back here.
Was it a good strategy for the leaders who are leading up this race for our 6 laps? I mean, these turns are flat. I guess maybe you don't need to unless you control those tires in those turns.
Yeah, well, they just barely got the heat build up in them tires, and of course now that they're just riding around here, they're going to cool back off, so pretty much almost going to be like starting on brand new tires again, except for maybe just a touch of wear on the right front.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, Rudy. You got to be careful.
Yes, definitely. Well, this track is so slick, man, I'm telling you. This is one track that if they could ever really get a good grip on this track could be one of the fastest tracks and probably one of the most popular on the circuit.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to be honest with you, I love driving on this track. I wish I could get a handle on it someday. Every time I come here, I'm always slipping or sliding somewhere.
Yeah, me too.
It's awful.
Yep. Yeah, I just don't know if there is such a thing as getting a handle on this track. It kind of reminds me of Phoenix in a way. Well, it's shaped about like Phoenix. It's kind of like a tricky triangle too. Phoenix is, flat turns, 3 distinctive, well, not really 3 turns, but that back dog leg kind of makes it like a turn, and which is about like the tunnel turn here. You got to lift off the throttle in this track, but not on Phoenix. But Phoenix being a tough track too, it's a driver's track, and that's what this one here is. It's a driver's track.
Yep, it sure is. Shaped equipment, guys.
Yep. There's not much room for a mistake here, because if you make a mistake, you're going to hit the wall and you're not going to finish well.
Definitely, Rudy.
So, all right, we're waiting on the lights to go off on the pace car, and we'll get this thing back underway here again. Right now, Nathan Miller's been out front for 7 laps out of the 8 that they have ran. Looks like they get the 1 to go, Ed. They're doubling up.
Sure they are, Rudy.
So it looks like the only one that we've lost out of the race is Teddy Wisniewski. I think he had an internet problem or something there, because I noticed when they got the first green flag, the start of the race, he was blinking so bad. He was gone like 3/4 of the front stretch. He was gone. And
Oh wow, yep, that could do it.
yeah. So I don't know if maybe he just fell out or what. I don't know. But unfortunately for him, because he's such a good racer, and you know, we hate to see that of anybody out there. Just hate to see it.
Oh, definitely not.
Well, so far since I updated Trading Paints, it's staying for now.
For now. All right, I see Nick Taylor's got in for Nathan Miller side by side here, leading him down.
That's like 3 times I've updated Trading Paints.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's not just you, Ed. It's me too. I think it's everybody out here. It's just Trading Paints is kind of messed up right now. Hopefully they get that fixed someday.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, just think if we didn't have that program.
That would be awful. It'd be like playing cards, white, whatever. Okay, Rudy. Our G-Team Ford Mustang to be ducking down in pit road there ahead. So we got a green flag. Here we go. Boogie boogie, guys. Let's go racing.
All right, the green flag on lap number 11. Nathan Miller gets out ahead of Nick Taylor, and Kyle Meeks in 3rd. Brock Hubble still hanging on to 4th, as Mark Nichols now gets his truck into the O'Reilly truck into 5th. He started 11th today. Nice looking truck. I like it. These guys sure do take pride in their paint jobs, don't they, Ed?
Oh, they sure do. Some of these guys are really good painters, take their time and paint something out for somebody else, or drive something for you on the track. It just looks awesome on the track. Reading the broadcast, some of these trucks are just gorgeous out there.
Oh, yeah. Mark Robertson up to the 8th place as they come to the line here, Ed. And he started 22nd today.
Oh, wow, he's moving right up towards the field for sure.
Mitchell Muma now with a good run on Mark. And Mitchell going to take that spot away from Mark and put Mark back to 9th, though. Tyler
I think,
Stevens.
Mark, he's a patient driver, so he'll be up there towards the front.
Yep. And Mark
he just takes that spot right back away from him.
He sure does. Mitchell, I've noticed Mitchell, he's an aggressive driver. I mean, he goes right after. He doesn't waste any time, He's got that new paint scheme on his truck, and we got it on the broadcast there. He said one of his buddies is watching the race. There it is, folks. The black and lime green paint says "Go Nuts" on the back.
Tom Serrato there started 12th. He moved up to 7th. He might move back to 8th now. He just got passed up by Mark Robertson there. Nope, the other way around. Sorry.
Nope, the other way around, yeah.
Kidman passed him.
Yeah, Kinnaman up to the 6th place. Started 6th today, but still running in the 6th place. And Nick Taylor still 0.2 of a second off the leader. And now Kyle Meeks for the 2nd place goes on by Nick Taylor. Just like he was standing still, Ed.
I know that. I saw that. All right, I'm coming through.
I think I would have got out just to see if I was moving or not.
Right, exactly.
Man, what am I doing? Dragging the brake or what here, John Dunn there earlier was having some difficulty. Here he is back in 19th place. He started 8th, and he's back in 19th. And we've got a pretty big gaggle of trucks here in the back. Jeff Martin back to 20th. Ronald Finney 21st. Timothy Kelleher 22nd. Brian Pager 23rd. Lee Sandville 24th. And Terry Bellinger a couple laps down here in 25th. He's got a brand new truck though. did use that reset. I'm sure he probably just hated to do that, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Just kind of a victim of circumstance for poor Terry.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I don't think he even seen that coming. He probably, when he was heading toward the inside wall, he probably thought, what?
We have a yellow.
Yep. Oh, a couple of them. Jeff Martin and company into it back here. So let's go back and see what happened to these guys. Good run down the back stretch here, getting ready to go into the tunnel turn. Anthony Cienci backs out of it. Oh, we got a couple up into the wall there, and I see, and I think that might have been what started the whole ordeal. Richard Gonzalez and Ed Ballinger, I believe it was. Looks like Ed gets up into the wall. He kind of ghosts into Richard Gonzalez's truck. Yeah, he kind of ghosted into it right there. And then finally it sent him to the outside wall. Those two getting into it. So Gonzalez spinning. Trying to save it though. Man, he was really trying to save that. And I think he comes right back down across in front of traffic. And he gets into the number 31 there of John Dunn. And I believe they might have, both of them, blown their engines here. It looks like John Dunn, wow. Lots of guys here are going to have some serious damage on their trucks. Lots of resets going to be used already, Ed.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It looks like the WD-40 truck comes right down into him, and all of a sudden he ghosts into him after that.
Yeah. Well, I think we might see some takers, some more takers down pit road. Yeah, we're getting quite a few of them back here coming down. Mitchell Muma coming down pit road. Tyler Stanley. Or no, I'm sorry, not Tyler. Derek Stanley. I get those two confused. I'm not sure if they're brothers or cousins or father-son. You never know.
Sisters.
Yeah, sisters. Someday I'm going to find out though the relationship there. Just for future reference.
Yeah, definitely.
So lots of guys on pit road. Mitchell Muma off pit road now, taking his first pit stop here on lap 16. So, could be a little bit of strategy. Mitchell's a pretty smart driver, Ed. There could be a little strategy involved in that.
Now, did our leaders pit this time, Rudy, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, the top 11 still have not pitted.
Okay, we'll watch for them.
Yes, sir. All right, Nathan Miller, Kyle Meeks second, Nick Taylor third, Brock Hubble fourth, Mark Nichols up to the fifth place, Dustin Kinnaman in sixth, Tom Serrato seventh, Mark Robertson eighth, Mike Perlin in ninth, and Tyler Stanley, your top 10. Graham Hood taking up 11th. Man, he's doing real well back here. I wanted to see. He started a 7th, but he does have a little bit of damage on that truck. And Graham is another one of those really smart drivers. So I don't know if maybe he doesn't have any damage. Maybe it was just, might have been, yes he does. Left rear quarter panel's got a little bit of a crushing on it. That could have been done on a start or a restart.
Yeah, so it looks like to me, Rudy, looks like it's got banged in from another driver somehow, or got run over a little bit.
Yep. Okay. So back up here to our leader, Nathan Miller, which has led 15 laps already out of the 85. So long race to go. Kyle Meeks wants to get back up there in the front. Them two have a constant rival between each other, Ed. And it really makes it interesting to see them two have that rivalry out on the track.
Oh yeah, 10-4 in that.
Nick Taylor, he would like to get up into that rivalry too. I think he's there, he's almost there, or he is there with them in that rivalry because he's always up there with them battling. He did win here a couple weeks ago. I can't remember the race or how many weeks ago it was. Too many of these that I do, so it's hard to keep track of them at all. Brock Hubble, another good driver, going to be restarting 4th. And Mark Nichols working his way up from 11th. He's got the O'Reilly's truck into the top 5, Ed. That's good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He could be a voice to be reckoned with when it comes down to the end of this.
Definitely, Rudy.
Alright, we're waiting for the lights to go off here so we can get back underway. They should go off this time. They should. Yes, sir, they do.
Yep, they're off.
And some of the guys in the back taking that last second to stop, maybe get fresh tires and top off their fuel tank to get on a different pit strategy,
Yep.
from everybody else. Just running around here, a couple of pace laps can, use up quite a little bit of fuel and, wears on your tires.
Yeah, sure it does.
Looks like Lee Sandville may be out of the race. No, he's blinking in and out. I guess he's just blinking. Okay.
I have to call him Blinky.
Yeah, Blinky. Blinky for short.
Yeah, there you go.
I think he's just now coming off pit road, so. Alright. Well, Nathan Miller going to bring him to the line this time and get him going, Ed. We are ready.
Oh, yes. Okay, our pace car's in. Green flag, boys. Let's go racing one more time.
Good even start by them front two. Let's see who can outdrive who going into turn 1. Nick Taylor following right behind him, and it looks like Nathan Miller is going to take over that position, but Kyle Meeks tries to come by on the outside, and he could have the line there, Ed.
He might have. Boy, they're nose to nose here.
Yeah, they sure are.
Kyle Meeks get him off this turn. We'll see what happens.
Still side by side going through the tunnel turn.
Oh, Nathan Miller pulled in front of him. And we have a yellow.
See who it was. Uh-oh. Timothy Kelleher. We had a bunch of them there. Well, let's go back and see.
Bunch of cars everywhere.
Yep. I think it happened ahead of him. Timothy's another one. It always seems like he gets caught up in this stuff. I'm trying to find it. I think, yeah, I see it up there. Looks like Graham Hood. He gets tapped by the 13 of Brian Timbrell going into the tunnel turn here. Looks like Brian took it way down on the rumble strips and comes up the hill into Graham Hood and spins Graham around. Brian gets into him again. It looks like the 000 there of Derek Stanley's going to slip by on the outside, but Ed Bellinger, not so lucky, gets into the side of him. And these guys continue to wreck here as the 23 gathers up into him. Oh, brother. And there's where Kelleher gets into the back of Graham Hood. Don't look like he did a whole lot of damage, but he had the wheels locked right down, Ed. Might have been.
Yeah, he sure did.
Man, I'm telling you, he was sliding to try to get that thing to stop. Well, let's see if our leaders come down pit road this time, Ed. They have not been on pit road yet. Here we are 20 laps into it. Let's see what they do. I think if I was them, I'd be thinking about it, but don't look like they are thinking about it at all. I guess they feel comfortable with the setup and the tires out there right now.
I guess so. Running right by pit road again.
Yep. Let's see, the front 10 still have not been on pit road, all the way back to Mike Perlin. Alright, we're going to take just a quick break, Ed, and we will be right back.
Okay.
Maybe. Okay, Ed, we're back.
Okay.
So, still waiting on the lights to go off on the pace car here as we continue to go under caution. Coming around to take lap 23 this time. I believe we'll probably get the one to go this time. So we got Nathan Miller, Kyle Meek second, Nick Taylor third, Brock Hubble fourth, Mark Nichols fifth, Tom Serrato up to sixth, Dustin Kinnaman seventh, Mark Robertson eighth, Tyler Stanley ninth, and Mike Perlin, your top 10. Now it looks like Ed Bellinger has retired from the race, Ed. So unfortunately for him, man, I hate to see that.
Too much damage must be in that truck.
Yep, WD-40's not going to fix that damage.
Be using a few cans of that to try to fix it.
Well, it might help you try to buff it out, but I think it was too much damage to buff out.
Yeah, I do.
That's pretty good stuff, that WD-40, man. It's all natural stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah,
especially when you got a rusty bolt or something on your car. Spray a little bit and you get the nut off.
Yep. Let it soak for a little bit. And we got all kinds of auto parts store here where I live, Ed. We got O'Reilly's, we got AutoZone. Man, I can't even, there's a bunch of them. Oh, man. We got a Napa, AutoZone. What's the other one? One that's like AutoZone. I can't even think. I usually go to AutoZone.
Yeah, I do too.
O'Reilly's is pretty nice in there, though, man. They got a lot of stuff crammed in that little store.
I never been to one of them.
It's like a shopper's paradise when you go in there, man. It's a tool man's paradise. When you go in there, it's just like you just start going, oh, you just want everything,
No, that would be me.
Yep, me too. All right, Ed, ready to go green, buddy.
We sure are.
Nathan Miller led 21 laps.
Okay, the pace car is in. We're going to racing one more time, guys.
Boy, great start by Nathan Miller that time. It looked like he might have caught Kyle Meek sleeping just a little bit, Ed.
I think so.
Good start by everybody. Mark Nichols back here in 5th, Tom Serrato 6th, and Dustin Kinnaman taking a peek on the inside. Not enough ponies under the hood to get around him, though. Mark Robertson taking a look now, going down into the tunnel turn. Has to lift just a little bit to give him the room. Tyler Stanley back here. Ooh, man, that was a little close there. Him and Derek Stanley almost got together. Mitchell Moomon now on the inside of Brian Brewer. Going into turn 3, he's got to lift off of the gas just a little bit. Now Mark Robertson trying to battle his way up toward the front. And look at this here, the number 12 of Dustin Kinnaman going by Mark Nichols down the front stretch.
Can he make that pass?
Yeah, that's the key right there, Ed. Can he complete that pass?
Looks like he's gonna do it.
Yes, he does.
Hold in front of him.
And now Mark Robertson trying the same thing. I believe that's called the Long Pond Straightaway. Oh, we got some trouble there. I did not see the whole thing that happened, but who was that, Jeff Martin? We got a bunch of them into it. Yes, trucks everywhere. I'm trying to think of who that was, but we'll see here in just a minute. Get up here and right there. Okay. All right. Mike Perlin, that's who it was. I thought that's who it was, but I wasn't sure. It looks like who is that? The 000 of Derek Stanley gets right into the back of Mike Perlin really hard here going into the tunnel turn. I mean, he really punched him hard. And that sends Mike Perlin down across the rumble strips into the grass, back up onto the track, back in front of Derek. And those two go into the wall pretty hard, and this was right in front of a bunch of drivers. And gosh, I hope nobody else got into that. I think there was a lot of people trying to check up. Nope, 14 got into it. Oh man, Timothy Kelleher slipping through the middle of that. Oh, you got to be kidding me. That was unbelievable. Check that out, Ed.
Oh, I've been watching his replay. Man, I can't believe he punted him so hard there going into turn like that.
But watch.
Didn't lift off the throttle or nothing.
Check out Timothy Kelleher going right between them two. Holy smokes, what a piece of driving that was. I think that was about 99% luck right there, Timothy. Okay, nobody coming down pit road yet. Oh, wait a minute, Nathan Miller heading for pit road, and his truck's changed back to the old paint scheme again. I can't do nothing more with it. It's out of my hands. I guess I can update trading paints for the 4th time. Now all the trucks are going to be white, but I don't know, a lot of the paints are just changing back to their original paints again. Nathan overshoots his pit and has to back up. So first time Nathan's been on pit road. That puts Kyle Meeks in the lead. Nathan with a 4-tire pit stop. And he's away.
I do the same thing. Went back to the old paint.
Yep. I just hit Control R again. That's 4
There
times.
There she goes.
That's 4 times I've had to do that. Well, that's going to put Nathan clear back in 16th place. Mark Nichols going to come out right behind him in 17th. So let's get up to our leader, Kyle Meeks. So now we got a little bit of a changing of the guard up here. Nick Taylor 2nd, Brock Hubble 3rd, Tom Serrato 4th, Dustin Kinnaman 5th, Mark Robertson 6th, Tyler Stanley 7th. Those are the only 7 that have not been on pit road yet today, Ed. Brian Brewer 8th, Mitchell Muma 9th, and John Dunn, your top 10.
Just once they cross the line, I can see where everybody's at, I guess.
Well, maybe what I should do, Ed, is hook you up with this IRTVO, even if you just use it for nothing but the driver's list, because it's instant update.
Oh, good.
You know, when a driver passes another driver on the track, it changes there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not like the iRacing one where you got to wait till they come clear around and cross that line again.
Oh yeah, maybe I need to. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I need to hook you up with it. I mean, you're not going to use it for broadcasting, but if you just use it for scoring, man, it's nice,
Yeah, that's all I need to do it for.
Yeah. We need to do that one of these days here, get you hooked up with that. Maybe whenever you move to Tennessee.
Yeah, there you go.
Kidding you, buddy. Oh, it'd be great to have you down here, though.
Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yep. At least I'd have one of my brothers down here.
Right.
Okay, so waiting on the lights to go off here, but I think we're going to probably have another lap here before we get the one to go. So we're probably going to be restarting on lap 31. Let's take a look real quick here and see. This is caution number 4 in 28 laps. And considering, Ed, this track, I don't think that's too bad so far. I'm sure these guys would really like to see a longer run, but considering the track, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same ideal that you are. I mean, these turns, like I said, they're really that much no banking to them at all, and they're even coming. I even have trouble even when I was practicing out here with these guys. Coming off the turn, it's all right, but I don't know, something weird of you getting the turn and the thing wants to slide up into the wall.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening to some of these cats out here driving, and they get started sliding and they can't control it. So like I said, man, it's all about throttle control tonight. I know it's going to be lift off the throttle and that throttle control and brake, and that's what's going to happen. Or we saw a few guys get run over. The braking wise, it might brake a little bit early to the guy that's or is following somebody. So, all right, we are pace lights are off on our pace car, and we're going to go back green here.
All right, we're ready. Well, we're about a third of the way through the race right now, Ed, so 2/3 yet to come. Lots of good hard racing yet to come.
Okay.
Lots of, let's see, Nathan Miller going to be way back in 21st. Wow.
We won't count him out. He's got fresh tires.
No.
Full of Sunoco fuel in that truck, and I think he'll pull us out back up to the front. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, he's just now coming down the stretch here to get caught up to the tail end of the field. Maybe he might have stopped to make some final adjustments or something. You never know.
Right, but on that, Rudy. Okay, Rudy, we got Kyle Meeks, Nick Taylor, and Brock Hubble, Tom Serrato, and Dustin Kidman going to lead them down here and get this green flag rolling. Mark Robinson are going to pull up in the 5th spot there for sure. Or is that that's actually Dustin Kidman going to roll in the 5th spot there, Rudy?
Yeah, Mark 6th.
Yep. Okay, here we go, Rudy. Pace car's in. Green flag, boys. Let's go racing one more time. Because Kyle Meek weren't sleeping on that time. He got a good run out there.
We got one end of the wall back there, but he keeps it out of the way. It looks like he might have disconnected or something. I don't know. That looked like one of them deals where he just pulled the plug.
Uh-oh.
Yep. Well, that's the best thing to do in a situation like that because, man,
oh, yeah, definitely.
Or else he would have brought the caution out probably. I don't know. Everybody had gotten by him, so maybe not. But Kyle Meeks, everybody up to speed now. Nick Taylor 2nd, Tom Serrato into 3rd. Brock Hubble goes back to 4th, and Dustin Kinnaman right there looking to the inside of Brock. Mark Robertson watching to see how this is going to all transpire up ahead of him. Kinnaman still trying to get a run by Brock Hubble. I don't know. He's really got a lot of work to do to get by him.
Boy, Nathan Miller got so much damage in the back of his truck from somewhere.
Kinnaman has to back out of it. Mark Robertson stays high, and it looks like he is going to get by Dustin Kinnaman, and Mark's going to roll into 5th. Kinnaman going backwards here. Looking back to 7th place, Mitchell Muma, right behind Dustin Kinnaman here. And a little bit of battling going on back there behind Mitchell Muma. Brian Brewer, Mark Nichols back there, Brian Timbrell. Back and see what's going on. Man, these guys are 2 and 3 wide back here. Mark Nichols now on the inside of Brian Timbrell. Brian tries to come back, then 2 door to door. And it looks like John Dunn trying to stick it in there. And Nathan Miller is moving forward, Ed. He's up to 14th and coming.
Oh, yeah, definitely fresh tires. I'm trying to go back in the rewind. It must have been on the restart. Back of that truck.
I would say, yeah, he's got a pretty good V right in the back of that tailgate, so I don't know how the heck he got that, but I'm going to go up here a little closer and look at the back of that. My, that thing mangled down.
Looks like he backed into a pole.
Yeah. Well, the 32 of Mike Perlin gets right on by him, so Nathan could be struggling with some speed issues right there. That thing's like dragging a parachute, Ed.
Oh, it sure is.
Richard Gonzalez gets by him after Nathan was up there and led 24 laps, and now he's mired in back here in 13th.
I guess that was because I see him for a little bit, and all of a sudden he's gone. When I see him go back in the pit, so that was a connection problem. I don't know what happened there on my side.
Could be. Mark Nichols into 9th as he finally gets clear of Brian Timbrell, and he's leading the whole back part of this pack back here. And Kyle Meeks has pulled away by about 0.6 of a second from Nick Taylor, and it's quite a ways back, about another 1.5 seconds back to Tom Serrato in 3rd. Tom having a pretty good race here today.
Oh, he sure is.
He likes that podium finish up there, I think, and we've yet to talk to him on a podium. All the broadcasts that I do, and he's been in a few of them, I don't think I've ever talked to Tom on the podium.
Be nice to talk to him someday.
Sure would. Talk to him in TeamSpeak, but well, he kind of lets Brock Hubble go by. Brock just definitely a little faster than him down that Long Pond straightaway. Kinnaman now in 5th, and Mitchell Muma in 6th. Mitchell working his way toward the front as he did get by Mark Robertson there, and Mark in 7th. Brian Brewer way back here, loses it coming off of turn 3, and Mark Nichols going to get by him. Mark going into 8th. Nathan Miller has worked his way up into the 11th position, Ed. 7.2 seconds behind the leaders right now.
Well, he's cooking right along.
Yeah, damage don't seem to be slowing up a whole lot, but enough. Now, I surely don't think he's nowhere near probably as fast as Kyle Meeks is right now.
Oh, heck no. You know what? He just went in there and got a fresh tire. And that restart, somebody jammed up on his back bumper there and kind of messed him up a little bit. But it looks like he's going to go forward, I hope.
Yeah,
the 66 in the wall there.
It looks like we've still got 22 trucks on the lead lap. The last one on the lead lap, Timothy Kelleher, with an awful lot of damage on the back end of that truck, Ed. Wow.
Oh, definitely. I just saw Nathan Miller in 66. Brian Brewer got low. Almost got into it and just barely touched his bumper against his bumper, and saw him up against the wall. But now he's really loose, so we'll see what happens.
And Nathan Miller he's still trying to, he's in 10th right now, but he wants to get by Brian Timbrell. Timbrell hangs out there, and looks like he might have drove into the tunnel turn just a little too much. And Nathan Miller gets another run on him, and going into turn 3, them two side by side, and they touch again. Man, a little touchy-feely going on out here, boys.
Sure was. Made Miller's truck a little bit loose there.
And that did cost him a position as Richard Gonzalez gets by him. Now Mike Perlin challenging him on the outside. But it looks like Nathan might be able to hold him off here. No, Perlin fighting back on the outside, and Perlin's going to take that position away too. So Nathan Miller going back to 12th.
He sure is.
Man, these guys are racing it up pretty hard here. Looking back from Nathan Miller, actually they've got a truck in between him and John Dunn, and that would be Derek Stanley. Derek's a lap down. Oh my, was that close.
Boy, he stuck that in here.
Whoa, he did. He got by. Yes, he passed up two of them, actually. Passed up Brian Timbrell and Mike Perlin, both right there in turn 3. Nathan Miller did. So good racing by these guys. Wow. Up here to our leader, looking back to Nick Taylor. 0.8 of a second back to Nick Taylor. And then it is about 3.5 seconds back to Brock Hubble in third. Unbelievable the distance that these guys have put out there on these older tires too, Ed.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I don't know. I guess the setup is just set up really good for these older tires because they're faster than the guys with the newer tires.
I think what happens is you take the wear out of them. Maybe they're better for the track. Like I said, Rudy, the builds every time they have a build, it changes a lot of different ways. So maybe it's better, run longer runs and makes the tires better.
Could be.
Back in the old days, you want to get tires, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Mark Robertson joining the fight here with Dustin Kinnaman and Tom Serrato. Mark in 6th and Mitchell Muma back here in 7th.
I've been watching this battle here. They get so close. Oh, the 12 and the little wall there and slipped up there, so Mark Robertson will go by him.
Yep, going into turn 3, he does get a pretty good run. He takes it down pretty low, uses the whole track to wash up, and that's good. Gets a little loose coming off the turn, but hangs on. All right, Mark Nichols in 8th. Got the O'Reilly Chevrolet in 8th place. Nathan Miller up to 9th. Richard Gonzalez 10th. And Mike Perlin 11th. Graham Hood now finally getting by. It looks like he's going to try to drive by on the outside and gets by Brian Timbrell. So Brian Timbrell going backwards. Tyler Stanley in 15th. And Tyler's got quite a bit of nose damage on that truck, Ed.
Oh, Tyler Stanley? Yes,
yeah.
He does.
Quite a bit. I mean, that's a shame, that because I know he's got a very fast truck, but the Frank's Red Hot machine just not as fast today as it has been in the past.
Oh, it sure ain't.
Well, looks like he's going down into turn 1 here. Does get a good run on John Dunn, and he is going to pass up John Dunn coming out of turn 1. Man, good driving. Nick Taylor now 1.1 seconds behind our leader, Kyle Meeks. And back in third, 5.4 seconds behind the leader is Brock Hubble. He's starting to reel him in, though, a little bit, Ed. And Mark Robertson now for 4th. Woohoo! Our Canadian buddy's moving forward, Ed.
Oh, he sure is.
He's got that red maple leaf on that truck, and he's doing Canada proud right now. Mark's a heck of a nice guy, I'll tell you. I'm proud to call him my friend. I gotta say, he's a heck of a good guy.
He sure is.
Dustin Kinnaman gets a good run on Tom Serrato and passes him up, putting Tom back to 6th. And now he's got a mirror full of Mitchell Muma. Mitchell trying to stay with them pretty good here, but Tom Serrato's just barely holding him off right now.
He's doing a good job, Tom Serrato there, just, being patient, staying on the track, not using that equipment up, it's getting tough there. You get tired, one of the tires get down low or get a little wear, and you lose track position. Because you scrub speed off.
Mitchell Muma now on the inside of him, and it looks like going into turn 1, he's got a pretty good run. And Tom Serrato still battling hard on the outside. He's got the line, but slips up a little bit, and that lets Mitchell get the run. They split Timothy Keller, go around them, both sides of them.
They sure did.
and Mitchell Muma takes up that spot. Tom Serrato right on his tail now. And we are just a tick past halfway now, Ed.
Sure are we.
So we're getting there. And this has been a pretty good green flag run, knock on wood. It seems like every time I say that, a caution comes out within about a minute. I don't want to say that. We just don't want anybody else to get wrecked, that's all. I mean, you know, I hate to see the guys out here trying to run a race, a track as tough as this track is, and then have to be out there driving a truck that's all damaged and tore up, and, you know, just hate it for the guys. Brock Hubble still hanging on to third, running about 7 seconds behind the leader. And Nick Taylor 2 seconds behind the leader, Kyle Meeks. Kyle just out here just like cruising around on a Sunday cruise for him. As you see where Kyle's running in that kind of dark pavement. Oh, here he comes down pit road. Nick Taylor following right with him. Those two on pit road for the first time today, Ed. That's going to give the lead up to Brock Hubble.
Sure is. I saw a leader in the pit there. Keep an eye on him there, so he does here.
All right, Kyle and Nick both come to their pit stall. Right side's going on. Left side's going on. And Kyle's way. So Nick. Now we'll watch and see when Brock. Okay, Brock's coming in. That gives. No, it isn't. What the. Man, I'm all messed up here. Brock Hubble's still out in the lead, and he's got Mark Robertson on his tail. And
Mark Robertson coming in.
Both of them are, yes. So Brock technically did not get to lead that lap. And that's going to give the lead up to Mitchell Muma. Mitchell Muma going to get scored as leading that lap. And guess who's right behind him, Ed?
I can imagine.
Nathan Miller.
Yep.
1.8 seconds behind Mitchell Muma. And then Mark Nichols third. Richard Gonzalez in fourth. And everybody's been on pit road now, at least once.
Mark Roberts got all four full of local fuel, and he's on his way.
So we're going to see how long it's going to take Nathan Miller to try to reel in Mitchell Muma up there. He takes a tenth here or there, and then loses a tenth here or there, so... But you were seeing what I was saying there about in turn 3, Ed. If you stay in that middle dark area, that's got a little more grip right in there.
Oh yeah, okay.
And that's what you'll see most of the drivers, you know, stay right there in that middle darker tracked area. Okay, so let's see. Richard Gonzalez back in fourth, Mike Pearl in fifth, Graham Hood sixth. John Dunn 7th, Tyler Stanley in 8th, Ronald Finley in 9th, Finley. Brian Pager 10th, Lee Sandville in 11th, and Kyle Meeks back here in 12th, 26.2 seconds behind our leader, Mitchell Muma. And Nathan Miller has closed that gap up, Ed. He's down to 1.1 seconds behind Mitchell now.
Yeah, he sure is.
He wants to get back up there and lead more laps. Kyle Meeks led 20 laps. Nathan Miller's led 24. So this will be the next scoring here of what they can do to try to get some points. And Nathan into the wall in turn 1. Ooh.
He hit that a ton.
Yes, he did. Lifted that whole truck right up off of the racing surface. Man. doesn't seem to be affecting his speed any. He never lost not even a tenth off of that. If anything, he's gained a tenth. You see him taking it right there in that black strip. And that's where it's got good grip right there. Oh, he gets a little loose coming off the turn, though, but still hangs on to it. He's still 1 second behind Mitchell Muma. Mark Nichols in third. Each and every one of these guys would love to get up there and lead the lap for that bonus point, you know. And
oh, definitely. I'd be in the same boat, Rudy, right there. If I can get a, 1 point, during this race, that'd be awesome.
Yep. Richard Gonzalez in fourth. Richard's been having a really good race. There was a lot of good racing going on back in the pack there earlier when him and Nathan Miller and a few of the other guys were shuffling it back and forth. That looked like a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely.
Mike Perlin, another good one out here today. He's having a good day, running into fifth spot. Graham Hood's got that little bit of damage on that. He got caught up in that one fender bender there earlier. But it seems like he's got a pretty good grip on it now, and it's been holding up pretty good for him. John Dunn way back here in 7th place, 9.2 seconds behind our leader. And he's got a mirror full of Tyler Stanley. Lee Sandville finally getting back out here and running some good laps in 10th spot. Good to see Lee back out there on the track. Kyle Meeks, like I said, way back here, 23.8 seconds. And he is trying to drive that thing so hard, he's just about dirt tracking it around these turns.
Oh,
and we got a caution, yes. Oh, Brian Timbrell just spinning around right in front of traffic, too. So let's go back and take a look here and see what he did. It was just a self-spin. Looks like he just drove it into one, just maybe just a little too hard. Those bumps can really upset that truck.
Oh, definitely, Rudy.
He tried to correct it, and man, it just got out of shape for him. He didn't hit anything, though. That's the good part.
Oh, that's a definite plus. He needs new tires.
Yep. All right, so let's get back up. This was good news for Mitchell Muma up here, because I believe he was probably going to be thinking about pitting here before too much longer. And the thing of it is now is if these guys do pit, I think they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. Let's see, be 33 laps. I believe they could make it the rest. No, yeah. I think they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. But tires are going to be the key thing.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
So, all right, Ed, we're going to take another quick break here, and we will be right back.
Okay, we.
Okay, Ed, we're back.
Okay.
Looks like everybody is on pit road now. And we're ready to take this thing green the rest of the way now. Everybody coming off of pit road. But Mark Nichols staying out. Still does not get scored as leading a lap yet, but he's going to stay out here, and I think he's going to try to come around here and at least lead a lap. Timothy Kelleher out there, he has scored with 3 laps down. Try to get one of his laps back. We'll see if Mark Nichols does come down pit road this time. Might just almost be worth staying out there, Ed, just to lead that lap to get that point, but I don't know. If he pits, he's going to be he's going to get probably have to start at the back.
Oh, the back of the field, yes.
Yeah, because it would almost be too late for him to pit. So yeah, he's going to stay out just to get that point.
Oh, definitely.
And he does score, leading a lap. Good job, Mark. Brian Timbrell, Timothy Kelleher will both get one of their laps back. I believe on the next lap they should get the iRacing wave by. Jeff Martin's still out there, but he's running about 5 laps down. Jeff just not had a good day today. I think we're going to get down there, Ed, and try to talk with somebody. I think maybe let's talk to John Dunn. What do you think?
Okay.
Gosh, I don't think I've ever, maybe I have, talked to John, but see if we can't get a word in with John.
Yeah.
John Dunn, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy. Go ahead.
Well, John, you're going to be restarting back in about 14th place. These guys have been pretty tough up front, buddy. What you got for them?
I don't know that I got anything for the top 5 or anything, man. They some pretty fast trucks up there. I've had a pretty rough race. I got an incident there first part of the race. They just missed a couple of more, but I'm going to give her all I got, Rudy. I can make it to the end now.
Well, 10-4 on that. Yeah, that looks like that kind of took that out of the equation. Now it's just going to be all a matter of tires. Tires, do they seem to last very long, or are they grinding them up pretty quick?
No, tire wear is pretty good here at this track. I know during practice I run some fuel runs, and the tires were still pretty good. I mean, the right front, was down quite a bit, but the rest of them was pretty good. They last pretty good.
Very good, very good. Okay, John, well, good luck out there, buddy, and keep the rubber side down.
All right, thank you, Rudy. Maybe if I get lucky, I'll talk to you later.
That would be nice, John. Good luck. Okay, so John's going to see what he's got for him. He's going to be starting behind Kyle Meeks. Kyle back in 12th. And Mark Nichols up front. Dustin Kinnaman second. Tom Serrato third. Mark Robertson fourth. Nathan Miller fifth. Graham Hood 6th. Mitchell Muma 7th. Mike Perlin 8th. Richard Gonzalez 9th. And Tyler Stanley 10th. Ready to get this thing under green, Ed. Going to be restarting on lap 56, which will make them 30 laps to go here.
10-4, Rudy.
This was caution number 5 today.
Okay, pace car lights are in. Green flag waves one more time. Let's go boogie, guys.
Good start by Mark, going right out there. Dustin Kinnaman second. And Tom Serrato getting a good run there in third. Nathan Miller fourth. Boy, oh boy. And of course, Nathan Miller's truck's back to the old original paint scheme again.
More damage. Save the damage.
I can try updating, trading paints again. That's number 5. Now's Nathan's truck back to what it's supposed to be. Sorry about that, folks. It just keeps changing on me. I don't know what's going on with that with trading paints, but Dustin Kinnaman hanging on to Mark Nichols. Tom Serrato in 4th, Mark Robertson 5th, and Mitchell Muma up to 6th. Looking back from Mitchell there, you can see Kyle Meeks has worked himself already up to the 7th place, Ed.
Oh, wow. Cooking right along.
Yep, and now he's looking to the inside of Mitchell Muma here, going into the tunnel turn. Let's see what he can do with him in the tunnel turn. Oh, Mitchell Muma up into the wall, and he's going to spin it around in front of traffic, and that's going to bring out the caution. We got to go back and watch this. I don't know if he just drove it in there a little too hard or what. Wasn't paying much attention or what here. Comes down Long Pond straight away, and it looks like he really kind of drove it in there a little bit too hard, I think. Goes up into the outside walls. Kyle Meeks gets by him, loses it. He gets caught up into the number 23, and it's on from there. Brock Hubble getting into it. Wow, Nick Taylor slipping by on the outside. And man, we got a bunch of them into it here. So the Go Nuts Chevrolet Pistachio truck is brings out the caution here, Mitchell Muma. Okay, Nathan Miller back up in the lead again.
Well, he sure is.
We got one up ahead of them. I'm not sure who that is. Timothy Kelleher trying to make it to pit road. Or what here? I'm not sure if he's trying to make it to pit road or what's going on here.
I don't know what really happened here. You went by a bunch of cars. I don't know what's going on really.
Yeah, because he's back in 22nd place, 3 laps down. So I don't, maybe he just is staying out there, I guess, just to get a lap back or something.
I think so, yeah.
All right, well, this is caution number 6, Ed. And we've had 5 lead changes today. The weather is way down, too, 65 degrees, so can't get any lower than that.
Oh, definitely not.
It'd be nice if you could turn it down lower than that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Turn down to about 30.
Oh, boy, they get some good traction in with me.
Well, I don't know. I've heard guys say that sometimes you can't get it too cold, and you know, even turn down 65 sometimes can make the trucks actually like they're driving on ice.
Okay.
I've heard that. I don't know. I would think a hotter temperature would make it, drive when the tires got hot. It'd be like driving on grease, but I don't know. I guess just never delved into it that deep. You know. Well, we're clicking down the laps, though. Going to be 25 to go here shortly. But that's a lot of racing. 25 laps to go is a lot of racing yet. Ed, if you need to leave, that's fine.
Okay, good, because I was going to ask you, man. I'm like,
Yeah. I know, it's getting kind of late for you. I know, buddy. That's fine.
Yes.
That's cool. I understand.
Hey,
you got to work tomorrow. I don't.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want to, Timothy Keller too. I wonder why he's up in the front like that with 2 laps down.
Well, because he's probably going to try to get one of his lap while he's at the tail end of the lap. You know, he'll get the iRacing way by.
Okay.
He just had to wait for the pace car to come around so he could get behind it. Well, it looks like Derek Stanley out of the race, Terry Bellinger, and Brian Brewer all out of the race now. So, lost quite a few guys out here. Lee Sandville just coming off pit road. Brian Brewer just coming off pit road. Yeah, Terry Bellinger and Jeff Martin. Looks like both out of the race. Yeah, if you leave, just let me know.
Yeah, 10-4.
Okay, when we come around here, it'll be 25 to go this time by. And we should get the 1 to go right here.
Long race.
Yes, it is. Yeah, 85 laps here that's a long race. Especially when, you know, you have a lot of cautions and stuff, you know. You think about 2.5 miles, you know, 85 laps at Daytona, 2.5 miles is a long race.
Right, it is.
You know, now add a bunch of cautions into that, and man, it makes it even longer. And this takes a lot longer to go around this in 1 lap than it does at Daytona. You know, because
it's awful.
You can flat-foot it at Daytona, but you can't flat-foot it here.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, they're running 57-second laps, 57 and a half. Or Daytona, what are you running, like 48? Or no, 50, about 50-second laps. So definitely 7 seconds a lap slower right here.
Oh, wow.
Okay, everybody doubling up now. The lights are off. 25, they're going to be 24 to go when they come to the line and get the green. So taking lap 62. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying the show here on MaxSpeedTV tonight. This is Mach Speed Racing at Pocono tonight for 85 laps. And it's been a pretty good race. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button on your way out tonight. And make sure you change that little gear down in the bottom of the screen to 1080p.
Okay, our GT Ford Mustang's ready to go inside the pit lane here. Goes in the pits. We got a green flag. Wave it one more time, boys. Let's go boogity boogie. Let's go racing.
All right, Kinnaman hanging right on to Nathan Miller that time. And Mark Nichols in third. And side by side, Tom Serrato and Kyle Meeks with Mark Robertson.
Robertson gets into the back of somebody.
Uh-oh. That's going to bring out the caution. Well, let's go take a look here. Not sure if he just maybe drove it in there a little too hard, or Kyle Meeks checked up a little early. Oh boy, did he ever. Yes, he did. Yeah, Kyle was already kind of loose right there, and Mark just kind of finished it off for him. I know that wasn't intentional. Mark does not drive like that, so...
You know, he sure doesn't.
No, Mark's probably one of the cleanest drivers out there. Just one of them deals, you know, whether Kyle slowed up a little bit too much in that turn, because going into turn one down there on that low line is so rough down there, and with him, you know, slowing up so much, Mark just, I guess, didn't check up in time or something.
No, he sure didn't, Rudy. I don't know what happened there. Look, you might have been right. He might have slowed up a little bit. The Mark didn't judge that right there and then there, but got around him. It's too bad for the driver in front of him. Got spun him around, but at least he apologized to him.
Yep. Now Nathan Miller's truck's changing back and back and back and back and back forth. Man, it just don't know what color it wants to be. Now it's going white, red, white, red. Oh man, I'll tell you.
What's that, the Christmas tree truck?
Something, yeah, I think so. It's blinking. He's got the blinker plug on that. Well, I'll try updating it again here, being we're under caution. This is number 6 that I've updated it.
Boy.
And now it's back. Wow. I don't know what the deal is with that.
All right, Rudy, I'm going to cut out of here.
Okay, buddy.
I'll talk to you tomorrow. You can let me know who won the race, though.
Okay, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks.
You too, bro. Good bet.
Well, sorry, folks. I got to keep updating it, but it keeps going back to Nathan's old paint and his stock paint, actually. And, you know, I don't want these guys to not have their paint jobs on there. They work so hard for these things, and just want to make sure that they do still have their paints on there. So, all right. Let's see what they got to finish this thing up, guys. We're going to be coming to 20 laps to go here before much longer. All right, looks like Brian Brewer gets the way by. So that will put him back on the tail end of the lead lap in 20th place. John Dunn out of the race. So a couple more laps here. Timothy Kelleher will move up a position, and Jeff Martin will move up a position as John Dunn's out of the race. Okay, so Nathan Miller, Dustin Kinnaman second, Mark Nichols third, Tom Serrato fourth, Mark Robertson fifth, Nick Taylor sixth, Graham Hood seventh, Tyler Stanley eighth, Mitchell Muma ninth, and Brian Pager, your top 10. Looking back from the pace car here, as we see these guys come around here, I believe they still have not got the one to go yet. Let's see here. No, lights are still on the pace car. Well, that's not a very good position right there. Not a good place to put a camera. There we go. Alright, it's going to be 20 to go this time by, folks. They should get the one to go, so it looks like we're going to have a 19-lap race to the end. These guys probably pretty anxious to finish this up for sure. Let's see if the lights go off this time. And yes, they do. So we're going to be doubling them up now, folks. $20 to go, so 19 when they get the green. Well, I hope everybody's enjoyed the show here tonight at MaxSpeedTV. This has been a pretty good race. The Pocono Raceway is always a good show for the drivers to put on. I've seen some pretty doggone good races here. I've seen races in Gen 6 cars that were just absolutely amazing. I don't know how they drove these things so good. This track so good in the Gen 6 car, but tonight in the trucks, it's just a different vehicle. These trucks light in the back, they just don't have a lot of grip. All about throttle management, going into the turns and out of the turns. Really not much braking on this track except for maybe a little bit into turn one just to kind of set the nose down, because there's not much grip in turn one. You really got to slow down a lot. Alright, pace car's in and green is out. Here we go. Wind them up, boys. Let's go racing. Nathan Miller with a great start. And Mark Nichols trying to follow suit right behind him. Dustin Kinnaman up on the high side. And Mark is going to go by Dustin Kinnaman for second. Wow, nice run. Tom Cerrato in third. Actually fourth, I'm sorry. My bad. Mark Robertson in fifth. And here comes Nick Taylor on the inside of Mark Robertson and trying to take that fifth away from Mark. Going into turn three. Let's see what's going to happen here. I don't know. He's got a pretty good run on Mark. Does slide it up across the nose of him and takes over that spot from Mark Robertson. And here comes Tyler Stanley down through, and he's getting a pretty good run on these guys. And Mark Robertson all over the back of Nick Taylor there. Wow. Tyler Stanley right beside Mark Robertson. You can see Mark trying to slip by on the outside. Gets a pretty good run. Has to back out a little bit going into the tunnel turn, and them two still side by side. Nick Taylor slips into 5th right now, and he's got Tyler Stanley all over him, and Tom Serrato gets a great run back by Nick Taylor. And caution is out, folks. Oh, Ronald Finley into it. Let's go back and take a look here. He just gets loose right there, and it looks like Brian Timbrell going to get into the side of him. And that's going to set that in motion right there. A lot of guys going to get into it as well. Oh my. Oh, and he gets plowed into by Timothy Keller. Nowhere for Timothy to go. Actually, you know what? I want to go back and let's take a look at that from inside Timothy Kelleher's truck. We'll go back here and see. It was just like it was almost like there was nowhere to go. I don't think he really seen it until it was right on top of him, but we'll go right along with him into cockpit view and see what Timothy saw. He seen the smoke, but by the time he got there, it don't even look like he even turned the wheel. Wow. Okay. Alright, so Nathan Miller still scored as our leader, as we're back up here under caution. Let's see if we can get down here maybe and get a word in with, I'd like to maybe talk to Tyler Stanley. Let's see if we can get a word in with Tyler. Tyler Stanley, this is Rudy up in the MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy?
Hey Rudy, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good, Tyler. Well, you've been pretty fast back here. You're in the top 10 now, running in 7th. You got anything for them boys up front, or no? You're just pushing everything you got?
Well, I got a little bit left in the bag.
Well, what do you think about pulling out the victory? It'd be nice to see that 02 truck in victory lane tonight. Think you can do it?
It's gonna be a long shot, but I'm gonna give her all she's got.
Well, how's your tires right now? What kind of wear you got on your tires, and you think they'll be all right to get you to the end of the race?
Oh yeah, I've been taking care of them as much as I can, so they should be fine. Yeah, they should be good. They don't pay us to drive on new tires all the time.
Very well said. That's exactly right. Okay, Tyler, well, good luck out there tonight, buddy, and get it up to the front. Like to see you in victory lane tonight.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, let's see what he's got for the leaders up here. Got some pretty fast guys up ahead of him. Been up there pretty much most of the latter part of the race here. Nathan Miller, Dustin Kinnaman, Tom Serrato, Nick Taylor, Mark Robertson. So he's got 5 pretty fast guys up in front of him. I kind of wanted to look and see where Kyle Meeks is. He's back here in 9th place. He is yet to get that back up there, and he's chasing Mitchell Muma right now. He will be starting on the, on the inside behind Graham Hood. Mitchell Muma will be starting 8th. Okay, so Nathan Miller has led 38 laps tonight. I don't think, no, it is actually mathematically impossible for anyone to beat that. Even if Kyle Meeks, which has led 20, led the rest of the race, that would only put him at 35 laps. So the only other one that's close enough to him. So taking a look real quick here, this is caution number 8, and we've still had 5 lead changes up front. So pretty good race. Maybe a couple of extra cautions, but not bad for an 85 lap race. This really isn't that bad. Looks like we're probably going to have about a 12 lap shootout to finish this up, folks. $20 trucks left in the race right now. Ronald Finley, the last one, he is still sitting on pit road trying to get some damage fixed up. I'm not sure, maybe he might have called it quits for the night, but Timothy Kelleher also sitting on pit road. But we've lost a few drivers. Teddy Wisniewski, Ed Bellinger, Derek Stanley, Terry Bellinger, and Jeff Martin are all out of the race for right now. Okay, lights are off on the pace car, and we're ready to go green next time by, folks. So 12 lap shootout to finish this up tonight. Let's see if the guys can make it here without bringing out another caution and finish under green. That would be an absolutely amazing finish to this race. It's been pretty grueling for these guys, without a doubt. This is a pretty tough track. That's why they call it the Tricky Triangle. 3 different distinctive turns. Turn 1 is you almost turn around and go back the way you came. So, as you can see on the little mini map down there. All right, all bunched up and ready to rock and roll. Well, let's see if they can get her done now. Pace car's in and green, green, green. Actually, I think that flag went green before the pace car ever dived on the pit road. But good job by these guys. Dustin Kinnaman in second, Nick Taylor third, and we've got a three wide battle back here. Mark Robertson and Tom Serrato, and Tyler Stanley going right up the middle and passing up Tom Serrato, and Tom gets into it by Mitchell Muma. And that takes all 3 of them out. Brock Hubble as well. Wow. Well, let's go back and take a look at that again. Let's see if we can catch that maybe in slow-mo a little better, and maybe you can see it a little better. Right in here's where Tyler Stanley goes right up the middle, getting by Tom Serrato, and this is where Mitchell Muma comes up through, gets into the back of Tom Serrato, and that collects them two into the side of Kyle Meeks. Kyle Meeks gets into it as well, so I didn't even see that. Kyle Meeks going to get spun, but these guys all going to go down across the track and get into the inside wall, and that's going to do a ton of damage, all three of them. Mitchell Muma going for a heck of a ride right there. And it looks like that probably is going to end their day. Looks like Tom Serrato's got it back up there, but he's got an awful lot of damage on that car, or that truck. Alright, bringing out the caution one more time here, makes caution number 9. And Nathan Miller on a roll here tonight to try to bring that number 2 into victory lane. And it looks like so far he's heading in that direction if the racing doesn't get too rambunctious up front there. Looks like Mitchell Muma may be done for the day. I would say probably, because man, he took a heck of a lot of damage on that. Coming to 10 to go this time by, folks. Looks like Kyle Meeks maybe yeah, he's coming down pit road to see how much damage he's got on that truck, and I don't know. Looks pretty rough to me. It looks like he had a reset. He may be alright. He's just going to have a long road to hoe to get back up to the front. Back in 17th place right now. Be restarting in 17th. So, alright, Nathan Miller first, Dustin Kinnaman second, Nick Taylor third, Mark Robertson fourth, Tyler Stanley fifth, Graham Hood sixth, Mike Perlin seventh, Lee Sandville eighth, Mark Nichols ninth, and Brian Pager 10th. Probably going to be about a 7-lap shootout, maybe 8, but I think more like about a 7-lap shootout here. Yeah, it'll be a 7-lap shootout to the end here, folks. But thanks for sticking around here with me and watching here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Tomorrow night we have the Maximum Velocity League. We will be broadcasting super speedway racing at its finest. Probably looking at a pretty huge field out there tomorrow night. Alright, lights should go off on the pace car this time by, folks, and we'll be ready to line them up and go back to green next time by. So that'll be 7 laps to finish this up. Been some good hard racing, I gotta say. These guys have really been racing hard, so I don't think the racing's over yet. These guys are going to probably push these trucks these last 7 laps probably harder than they have all race long. And just don't forget, some of these guys are out here on some pretty older tires, you know, so they're going to have to take that into account. Lights are off on the pace car. Going green next time, folks. One more turn and we're going to unleash them here. Pace cars are going to go on pit road, and these guys are going to race their hearts out now to finish this up. We've got about 17, I believe, about 17 drivers left on the track. 18 drivers, excuse me. Okay, pace car ducks on pit road and Nathan Miller hits the throttle. Nick Taylor right behind him trying to get a run on Dustin Kinnaman, but Dustin pretty strong up on that high side, has been pretty much the whole latter part of the race here. And Nick Taylor's going to dive it in there like he has to do it, man. If the only way he's going to get up there and battle it up with Nathan is to dive it in there, but we've got another caution, folks. Oh, Tom Serrato and Brock Hubble into it down the front stretch. Let's go see what happened. This is right after the start here, too. Looks like Tom Serrato got a pretty good run by Brock Hubble. Brock comes over and tries to block him. Brock just kind of driving a little dirty there, I think. Would not give Tom the room, it looks like, to complete that pass after Tom got by him. Took Tom clear down the line there. You can see Brock just keeps moving down and moving down to try. He sees Tom coming. And Tom does get up beside him here. Let's go a little faster here. He does get up beside him. They touch again. Hubble just will not back out. And Serrato right there trying to hold his line. And finally, Hubble just hooks him around. Serrato into the wall right in front of John Dunn. John gets into it. And I think this is where I heard his engine let go. No, he just hits the wall again. Okay. So Tom Serrato with a little bit of damage on that truck now. Hopefully he can, he's lining off pit road. Going to be restarting back in 16th. let's see if he can finish this up and maybe pick up a few spots. Brock Hubble did not pit. He's got a ton of damage on that truck. He's got damage, I think, on every corner of that truck. Tom Serrato will be starting not far behind him in 16th, so we may see the same thing happen again. I don't know. Hopefully these guys aren't, like, really going at it on the track, you know. I hope. I don't like to see that. Retaliation stuff is kind of really bad. Really bad. Makes the league look bad, and, you know, makes people look bad. You know, they just need to just mind their own P's and Q's and run a good, clean race. Tom Serrato in 16th. He catches up to the rear of the field. After being in and off pit road, will start behind Brock Hubble. Actually be on the outside of Brock Hubble. And with Brock, with all that damage, he may not be as fast as he once was. So, but back up front, Nathan Miller. It looks like we're probably going to have, I'm going to just guess and say maybe a 2-lap shootout, maybe 3. We'll see here if the lights go off this time by. I think they just got, somebody just got a wave by there. John Dunn still on pit road. Timothy Kelleher still on pit road. Trying to get their cars fixed up, but I don't think they're going to make it in time for this race to be over. So Ronald Finney could possibly pass up John Dunn for the 17th position if John doesn't come off pit road in time. Mach Speed Racing, MSR, is the name of the league. If you think you got what it takes to run with these boys, look them up on iRacing. Mach Speed, M-A-C-H, Mach Speed Racing, and apply for their league. Good bunch of guys, I gotta say, man. Great bunch of guys, great racers, some hard racers. They got them in every league, though, hard racers. Nothing wrong with a hard racer in a league. Makes everybody else work a little harder at doing what they do to keep up with them. And it keeps him working harder, too, to stay ahead of them. Nathan Miller definitely been the class of the field here tonight. Has led 49 laps. He did get into a little bit of trouble there earlier and was back in the field a ways and has worked his way back up to the front. Been up there ever since. Leaders out on the track have been Mark Nichols, led 4 laps. Kyle Meeks led 20 laps. I think that was all the leaders. No, Mitchell Muma led 8, but he is out of the race. So that, unfortunately for him there. Better luck next week there, Mitchell. But good racing out there tonight. You definitely ran a good race. Sometimes that over-aggressiveness does catch up with us a little bit, though. Taking it 3 wide, and it was pretty tight right there where he took it 3 wide, and just everybody got caught up in it. All right, we should get the 1 to go this time, folks, so we're going to be looking at a 2-lap shootout here to decide this. Let's take a look at this. I believe is caution number 10. Yes. Caution number 10 tonight. Lights go off on the pace car. Everybody gonna double up now. Okay, 2 laps to go, folks. When they cross the line, 2 more laps. Let's see who's going to win this. Nathan Miller's been pretty hot and pretty good on these restarts. Nick Taylor right there behind him, hungry for a win. Mark Robertson also hungry for a win. Dustin Kinnaman and Tyler Stanley, another one. Boy, I'll tell you what, there's some really skilled drivers up there in the front and very, very hot right now. 2 laps to decide it. Stick around after the race, folks, because we're going to talk to these drivers, the top 3 podium drivers, after the race, and find out how the racing was for them and see what they thought of the race. Pace car's in, and Nathan Miller hits the gas. Green is out. Nick Taylor right behind him. And still, Dustin Kinnaman staying up on that high side, and he always seems to hold that line really well. But, boy, I'm going to tell you, they're battling it door to door right here. Coming around out of turn 1, Dustin Kinnaman still got that line. Mark Robertson into the wall in 4th. And now Kinnaman up beside Nathan Miller on the outside, but not enough to get by him. And Nick Taylor dives it down underneath again, and we've got another wreck back there, folks, and caution is out. That's going to end the race right there, folks. Let's go see what happened back there. Brian Brewer into that. Okay, let's go see. Looked pretty bad. These guys are really racing it hard here, coming to the end of it. Timbrell on his inside. Brewer just gets loose in the turn. Cannot save it. Comes across the nose of the 23. 23 of Richard Gonzalez. Boy, poor Richard. He's been caught up in a lot of stuff today. And not only that, he hits him again and then continues on. So Brian Brewer bringing out the caution here. And we're going to get up here because they are on the final lap here, folks. Nathan Miller bringing him to the checkered flag in just a minute. Alright, just another turn to go, and they're going to be crossing the finish line here, so hang loose with us, folks. Looks like Dustin Kinnaman 2nd, Nick Taylor 3rd, Mark Robertson 4th, Tyler Stanley your top 5. Checkered flag is out, and crossing the line first, Nathan Miller. Congratulations to him. What a race, folks. And, of course, his truck switches back to the old one. And I can't get it to switch back either. It won't switch back. Let's see if I can get it to switch back. I don't know. I'll try to update it one more time. There it is. And it just keeps switching. Alright, let's see if we can get down here and get a word in with him.
Yep.
Nathan Miller, you got a copy?
I do. What's up, Rudy?
Well, you in victory lane, brother. Good job. Definitely the class of the field tonight, Nathan. Man, you were hooked up all night long. I don't know what you did to that truck, but man, you came from the back of the field, worked your way back up through. Great job. Congrats on your win here tonight.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I questioned pitting when I pit. It was a split-second decision there, but all I could think about was last week getting beat by Kyle after he pitted before me. So I was like, if I pit now and if the cautions fall properly, I might be sitting pretty, and that's exactly what happened. So I got very lucky there because Kyle was faster than me, I'm fairly certain.
Yeah, he kind of got caught up in some stuff and wound up back in the field there, but great race by you, Nathan. Talk about Pocono now. I know it's they call it the tricky triangle for a reason. Just how difficult was it to stay out in front of these guys on these restarts? I mean, you always got a great restart, but Dustin Kinnaman was very fast. Nick Taylor keeping the pressure on you. Just how difficult was that?
It was tough, not only because it's a tough track, but also because, when you have so many restarts that you have to contend with, you never really get a shot to get out front and get into a rhythm. So on every restart, it's hard for me to not look at my relative and not look in my mirror. So I really had to just concentrate and say, okay, let's race the track. Let's get this first lap on the restart out of the way and see where we're sitting then. And on that last restart, Dustin came out of nowhere off of the tunnel turn, or off of one, so I had to take the low line into the tunnel turn because I knew if he got inside of me, that was it.
Yeah, that the low line in turn one is just not a good place to, to try to complete a pass on somebody, and he had the line. So yeah, I think he did get a pretty good run on you there. But you drove the wheels off of that Haas Chevrolet tonight. Great job out there, Nathan. Anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, you guys, of course, as usual. You know the spiel. I love watching the replays. My buddy in Brazil is watching right now. Got a bunch of people watching, so thank you guys as usual. Carrie, all the other admins, same as always. I appreciate all the stuff they deal with because I know it's not easy to keep 30-some-odd people pleased. And I know after Bristol it was kind of a rough week, so appreciate everything they do and all the patience they have. I'm not sure I would have that. Kyle worked a lot with me earlier today in practice, so thanks, Kyle, for showing me your line and helping me out with that. Yeah, thanks for having us, Rudy.
Okay, Nathan, thanks for talking with us, buddy, and great job out there tonight. Congrats.
Thanks, Rudy. Take care.
Dustin Kinnaman, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, buddy. You come in second tonight. Great job out there. You were really keeping Nathan honest up there. I'm telling you, you did a great job every time on them restarts going into turn one. We watched you every single time. You got a great run, staying with him. Good restarts. And you got that one good run coming out of turn one, but just not enough ponies under the hood to stay ahead of Nathan. Talk about your racing up there tonight, buddy.
Well, honestly, that run on turn one I wasn't even trying to think to make a pass on the tunnel there. I saw him go low, but he could have went high and I would have kept the same line. I wasn't trying to take anything from him. I knew he was faster. He deserved it. I was just. This is my best finish, and I'm happy to finish up here along with these guys.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Dustin, don't count yourself short because you ran an amazing race out there tonight. You stayed up there when you needed to be up there. You stayed up there the whole remainder of the race. I know the restarts are a little bit tough, and they get a little hairy in the back there. We've seen a few of the cautions brought out toward the back of the field. But you were up ahead of all that, and that's where it counted. So congratulations on your second place tonight, Dustin. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Well, I definitely want to thank Nathan and Kyle helping me out with my line. I was a mess before they helped me out, so I don't know if where I'd be at, my position if it wasn't for them. I also want to thank you for the broadcast and Gary and all the other admins. I want to thank Nick for, making it a good race there at the end. I mean, you're talking about those restarts being hairy. You never know with that guy in second place if he gets a good jump with the leader. You never know what he's going to do, if he's going to give or take on the inside, and he always just gave it up, let it go clean, and it was just a good race. I enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it sure does mean a lot when you're racing with guys that you know how they race and how you race, and when you're racing with somebody that is like that, it just makes you feel a lot more comfortable on the track. You know that he's going to give you that room, and big hats off to Nick for running you that way. But you're bringing home second tonight, and congratulations to you, brother.
Thank you very much. Take it easy.
Nick Taylor, you got a copy.
Roger. How you doing, Rudy?
Pretty good, Nick. Well, you came back up through the field there when you needed to. You kind of rode mid-pack for quite a bit through the race. What was your plan here tonight? Was it just to kind of ride and get some of the laps chewed down before you finally made your move to get up toward the front?
My plan was to qualify up front and stay up front as much as I could. And after getting called out on after that long green run, I was forced to start in the back of those guys and had to fight our way back.
Well, you did a great job of it, Nick. You come in third tonight. Congratulations to you for that. But talk about some of the battling that you had to do to get back up to the front.
Oh, man. Restarts were crazy. Luckily, one restart I had Tyler behind me. He gave me a good push and was able to get out of the way of that wreck on the backstretch, and that was the close one.
Yeah, I seen you had to go clear down on the grass there, right on coming out of the tunnel turn, but you missed it, and that's what counts. So, but anyhow, congrats on your third place, Nick. Anybody you want to say hello to or give a thank you to?
I want to give a shout out to the guys at the Bodo. It was my first race in my new rig, and it was really comfortable. It was awesome. And everybody at MaxSpeed Racing that puts this together and puts on a good show. Thank you, guys.
All right, Nick. Thanks for chatting with us, and congrats on your third place tonight.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Dustin, Nick. Good job, guys.
Nathan, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I needed to tell Brian Brewer sorry again. I think I apologized 3 or 4 times during the race, but when I restarted in the back there, I was trying everything I could to get out of the mess back there and pick up spots, and I just barely tapped him going into 3, and it put him in the wall. I just felt awful about that, so sorry, Brian.
Yeah, I'd like to also say sorry to everybody about that restart. I started in 3rd gear and bobbled everybody up. Sorry about that. I know Tyler got into me. I don't know who else got into that, but sorry about that.
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, thank you, guys. Okay, let's run down through the results here, and we'll get the heck out of here. Nathan Miller coming home tonight, the winner, after having 12 cautions here tonight. 5 lead changes. Dustin Kinnaman coming in second. Nick Taylor third. Mark Robertson, great finish for the Canadian driver there, finishing 4th. Tyler Stanley 5th. Graham Hood 6th. Mike Perlin 7th. Lee Sandville 8th. Kyle Meeks rolling into 9th. Brian Timbrell 10th. Richard Gonzalez 11th. Anthony Cianci 12th. Tom Serrato 13th. Brock Hubble 14th. Mark Nichols 15th, Brian Brewer 16th, Ronald Finley 17th, John Dunn in 18th, Brian Pager 19th, Mitchell Muma with a violent crash there finishing 20th. Timothy Kelleher 21st, Jeff Martin 22nd, Terry Bellinger 23rd, Derek Stanley 24th, and Ed Bellinger rounding out the field. Teddy Wisniewski started the race, but I don't think he ever completed a lap because he was blinking so bad. But anyhow, that is the end of the field there. And again, congratulations to our winner here, Nathan Miller at Pocono for Mach Speed Racing. You were watching on MaxSpeedTV. We appreciate you watching, staying with us all the way to the end. And until tomorrow night, we will be doing maximum velocity. And tune in tomorrow night for that. Until then, stay safe, folks.